Hello, welcome to my channel. My channel is called Serenity and Strength, and it covers my journey of widowhood along with my wellness journey. My name is Joyce Onyango, and I hope that in listening, you are able to benefit from the experiences that I share, and that also those of you who can share your own experiences, you also do share so that others can benefit from the same. In order to allow those who'd like to share in confidence, I will also share a telephone number that you can either text or WhatsApp to, and this will help us to support each other. I would also request that you kindly subscribe so that you are able to follow the presentations as they are posted, because once you do subscribe, automatically they will be coming to you once they are uploaded. Apart from that, do also like and share. I would like to thank you if you're part of this journey and ask that you get as many as others to also join in the journey so that we are able to grow together in this kind of a process. Just a reminder that subscribing does not cost you anything. Apologies that this particular recording has not come out in the same time sequence that I normally prepare them in. And that is because I have been slightly under the weather. I had a cough and had actually lost my voice. But thank God I am now back to doing the necessary. The last recording that I made, I was describing what took place in Eldoret, and that was our family home. And also that included the service that we had in the church and the amazing support that we had from our friends and former colleagues who lived within that city itself. Now, after that, we left to go to the rural home, and that is in Alego, and that's about 145 kilometers. But because we're going pretty slow, it took us about 5 hours or so. And of course, we also stopped on the way because we were going to arrive rather late in the evening. And we wanted to ensure that with the children and ourselves, we were having enough refreshments, because when you arrive during such a situation, or when you arrive in such a situation, you'll find that in the confusion that takes place during such an arrival, there isn't even the time to eat. So we made sure that at the last town before we arrived, we took our time to ensure that we had a good meal. We were traveling together with my sister and my brother who had come from Uganda and joined us in Eldoret, and then also the people we had traveled with from Botswana and Joburg, and that was one of my brother-in-laws, and also the friend who was representing our friends from Botswana. When we arrived, we did find that the inside of the grave had been cemented, and that is from the instructions which I had given my sister-in-law when she had brought me the information or the message that they were not going to do it. So I found that it was done, and I was happy about that. And with me, what I saw is that so long as you affirm, they'll tend to do what you ask them to do. So I think in this process, it is good to know what you want what you know is going to be satisfactory for you, and what you know also your husband or the late person would be happy with. And just be firm on what you want done, and pray that you have the words and the wisdom to know how to go about um, telling them what you want. Then one of the things that I recall is that I was asked by my father-in-law what actually happened. And I knew that the brother-in-law who had gone ahead had already explained to him, but I think he wanted to hear it from me. So I explained. After explaining, the comment he just made was clean death. So in my mind, I thought, okay, so this is clean death, and so they could have also been an unclean death. I remember that going through my mind. But anyway, one of the things I did was that I just said thank you to God that at least I'm not being blamed for it, because I'd seen other incidences before, which I think I talked about, where the widow is actually blamed for what has happened. And at the same time, I just thanked God that during that whole process, my brother-in-laws were around, and they actually saw what took place and my role in trying to, as best as possible, get a good outcome out of that situation. Then, apart from asking what happened, there was also a request made to see the death certificate. So I brought it, they looked at it, and I thought that I was going to get it back immediately, but they told me no, they still wanted to have a look at it. So I didn't say much, I just left it with them. But the time when we were actually now supposed to be leaving to go back to Botswana, um, I remember that it took quite a bit of pressure from me to get it back. And in the process, I later on thought that if you do have the death certificate, I think it is advisable to make copies of the same. And if you're asked for it, you give the copies and you keep that original, because you are the one who is the next of kin. You are the one who's going to do the follow-ups, and it makes it very difficult when you have to go through a situation where you're almost like quarreling to get that death certificate back. So to avoid such incidences, simply make sure that you have copies with you, and at the point in time, if you're requested, just give a copy. The night of the vigil was very long and tiring, and we had the children with us also. We were carrying them more or less. But the goodness was that I had all those relatives and friends who had come from across, from Uganda, and they were very close with us, sitting with us around the coffin, and they really kept us company throughout the whole night. And that's what made it much, much easier. Of course, we were very exhausted, but somehow we just managed to sit up the whole night up to the morning. And I think because of some of the issues which I had dealt with during the time of my son's late son's funeral, a lot of things like them telling you you can't change your clothes and trying to bring up a lot of other issues, they did not come up at all. And from all that, what I learned is that you always need to let them know your mind, what you want, and what you'll accept to be done and what you'll not accept to be done. Because if that doesn't come out, then they will do as they want. And a lot of times, in my opinion, what I saw, it was more like they're testing the waters with you, trying to see how far they can go with whatever they may want to do. So if you have your strong Christian beliefs and you stand on those, and as I said before, pray over the whole situation, you'll find that you will be able to sail through fairly easily and do things in a way which to you is satisfactory, and also you feel that you've done things according to your Christian principles. I love the taste of hibiscus and keep on experimenting with it. And this time I'm making hibiscus tea together with cinnamon sticks. The ingredients are on the screen. Once the water has boiled, you take the cinnamon and the hibiscus and you put them inside and allow them to steep for 10 minutes. Once they have steeped, you simply take the liquid, pour it into your drinking cup, and you strain it as you pour. The benefits that you'll get, first of all, you have cinnamon helping you regulate your blood sugar. It supports heart health. It's also rich in antioxidants, and it does have anti-inflammatory properties. On top of that, it also has natural antimicrobial effects, meaning that it fights certain bacteria and fungi and supports oral health and digestion. And as we said that it supports digestion, you'll find that your digestion should actually improve. It may support brain health. Then with the hibiscus tea, you'll find that it supports heart health as well, helps with hydration and cooling of the body as it reduces internal heat. It is also rich in antioxidants, aids in digestion, and may support weight management. It also has mild antibacterial properties and supports skin health. One of the things is that you have to be cautioned about is that it can lower your blood pressure. So if you're with somebody with low blood pressure, do ensure that you actually consult your health provider so that you don't run into any kind of problems. Also with cinnamon sticks, use it in moderation, not more than one small stick per day. You'll find that the drink is soothing, tastes very nice, and to me, even just the look of the drink, I find a lot of pleasure in it. So do let me know how you found it, how the ingredients were suitable for you, whether you found yourself needing to add or subtract some of the quantities, and enjoy. Do subscribe, like, and share. We'll see you next time. Bye.